The artifact's power comes at a cost. Will they pay the price? The shard in Ava's hands pulsed steadily, its rhythm slow and deliberate, like a heartbeat. The jungle seemed to react to it, the dense foliage parting just enough to reveal a narrow path winding deeper into the island. "This is it," Ava whispered, her eyes locked on the shard. "It's guiding us." "Or leading us into another trap," I muttered, gripping the branch I'd fashioned into a crude walking stick. Ava shot me a look. "If we don't follow it, we'll never know the truth. Isn't that why we're here?" I wanted to argue, to tell her we'd already sacrificed too much, but the shard's glow intensified, casting an eerie light over the jungle. The choice was made for us. The path wound through terrain that felt otherworldly. The ground beneath our feet glimmered faintly, and the trees around us seemed to hum, their leaves vibrating softly in tune with the shard. "The island is alive," Ava said, her voice filled with awe. "It's more than alive," I replied. "It's aware." The whispers returned as we walked, but they were different now, less chaotic, more deliberate. "Closer, closer. The heart awaits." The air grew heavier, each step requiring more effort. My legs burned, my chest ached, and the jungle seemed to stretch endlessly. But the shard's pull was irresistible, dragging us forward even as exhaustion threatened to overwhelm us. The path ended abruptly at the edge of a massive crater. At its center was the artifact, a sphere of pure, pulsating energy, hovering above a pool of liquid light. Surrounding it were towering stone pillars etched with glyphs that shimmered and shifted like living things. Ava gasped, her voice trembling. "It's beautiful." The whispers rose to a crescendo. "The heart of Ardara, infinite power, infinite truth." I grabbed Ava's arm, pulling her back. "Don't go near it." She turned to me, her eyes wide. "This is what we've been searching for, Ethan. The artifact. It's the key to everything." "It's a trap," I said firmly. "You saw what happened to Marco. The island doesn't give anything without taking something in return." Ava hesitated, the shard in her hand glowing brighter as if responding to her thoughts. "What if we can control it? What if it doesn't have to take from us?" As we approached the crater, the artifact pulsed, and the whispers changed again. "Step forward, Seeker. Claim what is yours." Visions flooded my mind, images of power, knowledge, and redemption. I saw myself returning home as a hero, my name restored, my failures forgotten. But then the visions shifted. I saw Ava, standing alone in the ruins of the jungle, her face streaked with tears. I saw the island collapsing, consumed by fire and shadow. "It's showing me everything," Ava said, her voice distant. I grabbed her shoulders, forcing her to look at me. "Whatever it's showing you, it's not real. It's what the island wants you to see." Her eyes filled with tears. "But what if it's worth it?" The artifact pulsed again, and a wave of energy knocked us off our feet. The crater glowed brighter, and the whispers became a single resonant voice. "You seek the truth? Then know this. The heart is not a gift, it is a mirror. It shows only what you bring to it." "What does that mean?" Ava demanded, scrambling to her feet. The voice continued. "Your fears, your desires, your failures, the heart reflects them all. To claim it is to confront yourself, and to lose yourself." I stared at the artifact, my chest tightening. "It's a test, the island's final test." The ground around the crater cracked and shifted as the artifact's energy intensified. Ava stepped closer, her movements slow and deliberate. "I have to try," she said, her voice shaking. "No," I said, grabbing her arm. "You don't." She looked at me, her eyes filled with a mix of determination and fear. "If we leave now, we'll never know what could have been. The island will haunt us forever." I hesitated, my grip loosening. "Then we do it together." Ava nodded, and we stepped forward as one. As we approached the artifact, the world around us dissolved into a swirling void. I was no longer standing in the crater. I was in a memory. I saw myself arguing with a former crew member on my last expedition, my voice rising in anger as the mission fell apart. I saw the look of betrayal in their eyes as they walked away, and the shame I'd buried for years came rushing back. The whispers were relentless. You failed them. You will fail again. But then Ava's voice cut through the noise. Ethan, it's not real. I turned to see her standing in her own memory, an argument with a mentor, the weight of their disappointment etched into her face. They're just memories, I said, stepping toward her. They can't control us anymore. The artifact pulsed, and the visions shattered, leaving us standing once more at the edge of the crater. The whispers grew softer, their tone almost mournful. One must remain. One must carry the truth. I looked at Ava, my heart sinking. It's asking for a sacrifice. She shook her head, tears streaming down her face. No, we've come too far for this. We don't have a choice, I said, my voice breaking. The island won't let us leave without one of us staying behind. Ava stepped forward, her hand reaching for the artifact. I'll do it, she said quietly. No, I said firmly, grabbing her arm. You've done enough. This was my mission, my mistake. I'll stay. She looked at me, her expression filled with pain. You can't. I have to, I said, my voice steady. It's the only way to end this. She hesitated, then nodded, her grip on my arm tightening. Promise me you'll make it worth it. I will, I said. As Ava stepped back, I placed my hand on the artifact. Its light enveloped me, and the whispers fell silent. The island seemed to sigh, the jungle stilling as the artifact's energy faded. Ava stood at the edge of the crater, her face streaked with tears as the shard in her hand dissolved into dust. I felt myself dissolving too, becoming one with the island, but in my final moments I saw her walking away, the jungle parting to let her pass. She would live, and that was enough.